So, the iPhone 17 just launched, and I think Samsung is in trouble. Samsung, in the last 2 or 3 years now, they have been following in Apple's footsteps, and it's actually shameless. Samsung is one of the largest companies in the world, and they make one of the most successful phone products of all time, and they're following their competitor. It's so shameless, and I think it needs to stop if Samsung wants to be in the top and really innovate and don't lose trust. Look at those pictures. Ice Universe is really going off on Samsung, and I understand because he loves Samsung phones. He's a Samsung fan, a true Samsung fan, who doesn't care if they give him money or something like that. He just loves the phones. That's why he criticizes them for what they do. And he's like retweeting that same post like every day and saying that camera department CEO should resign, and he has been really glad that the software and everything is improving. It's not enough to do something one time and then stop and see what others are doing. You have to keep going, find your own ideas. And Samsung is really like, in the Apple event, they are roasting Apple. They say 3x 48 doesn't equal 200 megapixels. So cringe. I love Samsung Watch, Samsung earbuds, Samsung phone, Samsung TV. And if they had bad products, I wouldn't buy them. Trust me, there's 1,000 other brands I could buy. But I choose Samsung because they have good quality products. But to be honest, Apple does make good products. The regular iPhone 17 is a really good phone for the price. No joke. The iPhone 17 has now ProMotion, 3000 nits of brightness, the new selfie camera, 24 megapixels, new anti-reflective display, better main camera, new ultra wide, and it's really good. Better than the normal Samsung phone, to be honest. Better than the regular S25, in my opinion. And maybe the S26. I don't know if Samsung's gonna really innovate with the S26 series. They're just gonna follow in Apple's footsteps. I think Samsung is trying to be Apple, but they're not Apple. Apple can get away with something like a minor upgrade every year. Samsung cannot get away with that upgrade because people who buy iPhones do not consider buying any other phones. Trust me, it's not that easy. So when Samsung is trying to save money by only upgrading minor things every year, they shoot themselves in the foot with that strategy. You cannot copy another. That's why Xiaomi is being criticized left and center. That's because they have always copied Apple, and that's really shameless, to be honest. If you could make your own thing and innovate, you are much better off. Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, they also follow in Apple's footsteps now. Everyone wants to be Apple. I miss the old days where everyone was doing their own thing. They were still successful. And there's a reason because they were like doing their own thing. If they followed Apple from the beginning, I don't think they would have the reputation they would have now. If they keep copying Apple and follow in these footsteps, their reputation is gonna go downhill and everyone's gonna buy iPhones because why would you buy a copy when you can get the real thing for the same price? That's really dumb, right? Regular 17, really good upgrade. iPhone Air, one of the most beautiful phones I've seen, but it is really bad value. Buy it if you have seen the phone in real life and held the phone, or you just like really slim phones. The iPhone 17 Pro is actually a decent upgrade. It's still overhyped in my opinion. And yeah, they got a new 48 megapixel telephoto, but it's 4x, not 5x. So it's actually better, but they're marketing the 4x lens as a 8x telephoto also. A bit shady in my opinion. It's only a 4x optical zoom, not 8x that they zoom in digital. They crop that 48 megapixel to the middle of that, and they achieve an 8x digital 12 megapixel photo. And that is not optical quality. That is digital zoom. Really good digital zoom, but it's far from optical 12 megapixel. They also downgraded a couple of things. No more titanium on the pros. They say that aluminum is a really good material. Just because the whole phone is made of aluminum, it's better because it's better at conducting heat. The S25 Ultra is also made of titanium, but it's not overheating. And they put a vapor chamber. That's a really good thing. They have faster charging, much larger battery, actually larger for the first time than a Samsung flagship phone. How crazy is that? An iPhone having a larger battery than a Samsung phone. Just frustrating. Many people are really tempted to jump ship right now. And to be honest, I am too. I like iPhones and I'm really tempted to be honest. iPhones always have slick software and smoothness and really beautiful software. Before One UI 7, we would really have to struggle with the software on Samsung phones. It was so laggy, it's unbelievable. But thankfully, they fixed it to One UI 7. iPhone and Apple have achieved it years ago, and that's so sad. Really sad. I really hope after that 26 series, they're gonna really try to be the Samsung we all know and love again.